Hello. Welcome to my channel, friends. It's a new month, which means new printables. And this first collection is my Smiling Florals Easy Card Making Kit. And I am ready for spring, friends. So I was hoping, I made these a couple months ago when I was really ready for spring, and you can see I just wanted to create something that was bright and would bring a smile to anyone's face. And if you're new to my easy card making kits, these have been designed so that folks who have my Easy Wonder dies from the Not Too Shabby shop have some fun goodies to craft with when it just means that you can bring out your dies and have more and more things. I mean, obviously you can use the dies for really any 6x6 pattern papers because that's what they were designed for. But I like to create these because it just makes it really convenient for you to use your die, cut this section out here from the easy guide, and you would get some nice basic shapes like banner flags and strips, but then you would also have a couple places that line up to give you focal images. And plus, I'll be honest, this is the piece that always felt like a little bit of a leftover to me. And so it was always a little bit hard to craft with, but here I really wanted to make sure that it was like an integral part of your card, and so that's why I put a sentiment there. This one reads "Smile brightly." So that is the easy guide. Now when you get this, there's actually two versions of the easy guide. There's one for the teal dies that folks these days are getting them, and then there's one for the silver die, which is the OG of the Easy Wonder die #1. And that's what I use, so that's why I always print out the silver die version. When they were produced, it was mirrored, and so that's why to really make sure that this matches perfectly with your die, I had to create two versions. Now, speaking of matching perfectly with your die, you do need to print this. Look for a setting called actual size. Sometimes printers will like scale a file up or down, like there's size to fit, or whatever. There's lots of different options. Look for actual size, because basically what that means is it's going to print it at the scale that it was designed for, and it was designed to match exactly with the Easy Wonder die, because you can see on the pattern there's even that white line. That is how this actually lines up. So you put your square corner. The other three corners have like the little banner flag ends. You put your square corner, in this case, position the square corner in the upper right. So that goes there. And you can see the white line really shows you where a normal 6x6 paper pad would be, so that you can just aim to kind of center that. If you have the teal version, there's instructions here, and it basically tells you to put it in the upper left corner. So if you have the teal die, you would put your square corner in the upper left. Your square corner of the die in the upper left of the printable. Now, to give you more options to craft with, more beautiful images to craft with, there's two additional focal images at the bottom here. You can use your Easy Wonder die #1 add-on, in particular the circles, to cut those out. And then I sneaky peek to you that there are additional extra prints that you can use that give you additional pattern papers. These are large enough to fit any of the Easy Wonder dies. You have more than 6 inches there. And in fact, if you have a printer that will print borderless, you won't even have the white border like what I have here. And then you've got on each sheet 2 more focal images that you can print out. You can cut these with your circular dies from the add-on die set, or fussy cut them, or use a different shape because they're large enough. You can use a different shape die set as well, whatever you would like. And then I also have designed sentiments to go with this collection, and the sentiments are formatted again to be cut with the Easy Wonder die number 1 add-on die set. So at the top here you have circular dies, and then you've got the next row are square. That can be cut with the square die. When you use the dies, it will not cut the black border. So it'll just be white to the edge. In fact, when you line this up, you should see that black border is just outside your die. That's kind of how you know you've got it lined up right. Okay, so these 2 dies can be used to cut those 2 rows. Then Easy Wonder die number 1 also has banner flag dies. That's these 2 here, and they can be used to cut out the sentiments on this side individually if you want. Now, these sentiments are formatted this way because, in fact, those are ultimate sentiments. And the ultimate sentiments are have a coordinating die to go with it. And what makes them the ultimate sentiments is, well, firstly, you get so many of them. But not only that, if you have the dies, you can cut all 10 sentiments out from this one column with a single die. So with one pass, you get 10 sentiment strips ready to go. Also, what really makes it the ultimate sentiments die set is you also get 5 additional dies that are frames or mats that you can put behind your individual sentiments. So here are those individual sentiment banner or sentiment strip dies from the add-on, and you can see how it fits right on top there for the perfect mats and layers. Now you have 5 because there are different borders. This is the plain straight border, scallop border, a wavy border, and the postage edge border, which is great because if you're using my Easy Wonder die number 3, that works really nicely there. And then this largest one, you can actually have a double mat because you can put this on top of that and have that same equal border all the way around. As well, this largest rectangle die does double duty, and it will cut the larger sentiment in the center there. So lots and lots of different options. In the Easy Wonder die number 1 add-on, the 2 banner or sentiment strip dies, one has a double fishtail banner, and then the other one is straight. This straight one is the exact same size as the ultimate sentiments die, just times 10. And the other thing that the other way that I've structured the ultimate sentiments is that you always have like a humorous set, and then you have a set that's a little bit more like your sentimental, very, standard lovely sentiments. And then your humorous, snarky, funny sentiments. You always get black text on white, and the exact same thing is duplicated, but white text on black, which I know is a lot of ink, but honestly, I would rather this than white emboss onto black. It's just easier for me to print it. Now, one thing that I wanted to share with you is that I had to actually refill my eco tank for the first time, and what I wanted to do was just give you a comparison of Epson ink and generic third-party ink. My printer is way older. It's outside of its warranty period, so and this is the first time I've had to refill, and I print a lot now that I've been releasing printables. It's almost been a year now. And so it's basically the same, don't you think? Like, there's really no difference. And actually, in fact, if you saw it earlier, um, I had on screen a misprint because I left a sentiment that this one right here, Bon Voyage. So this I know for sure is 100% old ink. Epson ink, I should say, not old ink. And you can see, because when I refilled it, there might have been like a little bit left of the original ink. But I had to reprint this because I hadn't switched out Bon Voyage yet. So I know one of these is maybe more transitional, and then the other one is 100% after refilling the ink take. And they're basically all three the same. So if you ever had any reservations about using like a third-party ink, if you have the Eco Tank, this has been my experience. I really don't see a difference. And for the purposes of card making, if there is a difference, for me it's imperceptible, and that's good enough for cards. It's not like I'm printing, art, to hang on a wall or anything. So I really think that this is perfectly fine. But I wanted to share that discovery. And then I also get asked what papers I use. Because I have the Eco Tank by Epson, I like to use the Epson premium presentation paper and the Epson presentation paper. The main difference is the weight of the paper. So also included in the Easy Card Making Kit are my version of patterns and solids. And these I like to print onto just presentation paper, which is a little bit thinner than the premium. So I'll share the difference. So you can kind of hear how floppy that is. This is premium, this is just presentation. And so the reason why I like to include solids and these like really subtle small repeat patterns is because I like the small repeat because you can basically use it as in place of a solid almost. And this way, you can really have the perfectly matched colors to go with the rest of the papers, the pattern papers in the kit, because I can do it through software. Just pick a color out of this and just splash it onto the other onto the other patterns. And so I just pick patterns and then I color adjust it so that it works out to where these will really match nicely with the patterns that are included here, or sometimes more likely with the images. Because usually what I would do is I would put, one of the patterns and solids maybe as a frame behind this pattern paper, and then a focal image on top. And so that way, your frame really matches with whatever your focal image is what a tendency that I use for my layering strategy. And so that is the Smiling Florals Easy Card Making Kit. I'm going to leave links to everything in the description box below. And I just wanted to also give you an update on my website. So my apologies in advance. I was planning to do a smoother transition around mid-April, but my website, I don't know if you guys noticed, but my website that was hosted, built on the WordPress platform, it went down. And I did get some people who definitely noticed and wrote in to let me know, so thank you for that. And I spent a couple days trying to get it back up, and I got very frustrated that I couldn't fix it. And so I just decided instead I'm just gonna switch it over and point my lvhandcrafted.com domain to my new website that is on Shopify. Now, in any case, all of my printables, the more recent ones, have only been sold on my new Shopify website. But what this update means for you, is that you can now go to lvhandcrafted.com, and what you're looking at is the one and only Shopify online store. So I no longer have two websites. So I apologize in advance for folks, though I have been giving you early and frequent updates about grabbing everything that you needed to grab off of my WordPress website. So hopefully you did that. But my apologies, I just could not get the website to come back up online. And I just felt like the easiest solution was just to go ahead and transition everything over to Shopify. In any case, I had already moved over the things that I could, so that the actual store aspect and my blog that was hosted on built on WordPress, all of that was transitioned. There's some things that didn't make it, and of course, if you had a user account on my old website, I can't actually transition that over to the new one. So I'm glad now, though, to only have one website. Makes it a lot easier to manage, and Shopify has been a really great platform to to host my store, my online store. So so that's good news for me anyhow. Good news for you. There's only one link you need now: lvhandcrafted.com. So so this is available on in my store now. I used to give these away for free, but I'm gonna do that less and less now, because ultimately, while my goal is to give you more things to craft with, I also put these out so that I can make money too. So so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to start offering more sales and offers and coupon codes. And I'm actually, I've got some of my crafty friends who are helping me to create inspiration with these printables. And I would like them to earn money, and I would like you to use their affiliate links. So I'm going to start giving them coupon codes to share. They already have one that's built into their affiliate links, but I'm gonna start giving them steeper coupon codes so that I hope they become your source for for purchasing my easy card making kits and my easy postage printables, which this month will release in a couple weeks from now. So do look for those designers. They don't always all craft with all of my kits. I don't make it a requirement. I just make it available to them, and if they would like to craft with it, they can. So look for inspiration from Julie Tillman, Von Marie, Kristen Motto, and Barbara Rogers. So the best way to find out who's crafting with my digis is to join the Easy Wonder Inspiration Facebook group. And usually if they've crafted with my printables, they will post it to that Facebook group, and I'll ask them to go ahead and share their affiliate links and their coupon codes to the group as well. So so that's a bit of a transition. I really want to really thank those creators for taking the time to craft with my digis. And if you craft with my digis, I really hope that you will tag me to see what so that I can see what you've made. And also, if you are crafting with my digitals often, let me know. I'll invite you to my affiliate program, and that way you can share links to my printables to your social media audience. And if people make a purchase, then you can get a commission as well. So I wanted to share those couple of updates. The other update I wanted to make note of is when you go to my website, I have a collection in my store called Links to Not Too Shabby. And it's a little bit of a workaround, but I don't sell any of my physical products. All of my physical products that I design are exclusively available at the Not Too Shabby shop. And so but I really want to make sure that it's easy for folks to actually find these products on the Not Too Shabby shop. So from my website, I actually made a collection or a section of my store that are just the links to where to get these dyes, because maybe they're hard to find for you on the Not Too Shabby website. So it just lets folks who aren't aware of my dyes know where to go to find them. I've noticed that some people actually buy those links. It's for $0 and it doesn't hurt anything, but just know you're not getting the dyes for $0. Those listings are just the links so that you're aware of where to get these, and you have a link to go over and shop at the Not Too Shabby shop, and it'll take you directly to that product listing. So I just wanted to make that quick clarification. And I hope it's useful, because if you're ever wondering like where do I get these things, it's there in my shop as a link to go to the Not Too Shabby shop. Okay, so that's it for me. I'll have another collection later in a week or so. So check back then to see my next printable collection. Until then, thanks so much, especially to all of my channel subscribers, and especially to my channel members who support me through YouTube membership. Really appreciate your support. I appreciate whenever you all use my affiliate links as well, and especially also now that I have an online store and an affiliate program of my own, I also appreciate when you use affiliate links from my friends who are helping me to promote my shop. So thank you so much. And until next time, happy crafting and have a fabulous day. Bye.